Hello again, welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to connect an ERLPhase relay through a communication processor SEL2032. During this video process I will show you how to establish a communication link between your PC, the SEL2032, and a bPro relay. There are some physical and setting modifications and requirements that we need to do before this link can work. Some of the things you're going to need is a SEL cable C234A. We're also going to have to make some modifications to port F and port 6 of the SEL2032. I have chosen port 6 to be my bPro port. The next thing you're going to need is the null modem cable DB9F, and just make sure that the cable is an exclusive DB9F cable 235 with pins 2 and 3 roll. And we recommend extracting pins 6 and 4 since these pins are not being used. We're also going to have to make some modification settings to port 2 in the back of the bPro so that the link can work with the SEL2032 relay. One of the first things we need to do is modify this port 2 setting on the bPro, and what you need to do is connect your computer to the front port of the bPro 8700 by using the regular RS-232 cable. Once you are in there, connect by using Hardware Terminal, and in Hardware Terminal you need to go to Utilities and change your port settings for port 2. You can see on your screen those are the settings on the highlighted green that you need to have. Baud rate 9600, make sure that your modem communication says no, and under Initialize make sure that you have no characters on it. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and start Hardware Terminal, and I'm gonna connect to my bPro. And I'm using my serial cable, and baud rate by default is 38400, and I'm gonna have to change my emulation properties to VT100. There it is, and we're gonna go under change since I want to change some settings. Go under Utilities, Setup, and here's where you change your baud rate for port 2. I can change this to 9600. By using the arrow keys you can move to the right and choose no for your modem connection, and under Initialize make sure that you have no characters under that section. That's all you gotta do. You can accept the setting changes by pressing F2, and let's go ahead and log out and terminate this connection. The next thing we gotta do is modify my port F settings and my port 6 settings on my SEL2032. So what we need to do is connect my computer to the front panel through port F on the SEL2032 by using the SEL cable. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and connect my cable. Alright, my cable has been connected to port F from my computer to the SEL 2032. I'm gonna call this connection SEL B Pro. I'm gonna say OK. I'm still using COM1, and I'm gonna choose 9600 for port F on the SEL 2032. And in a similar manner, I'm gonna change the emulation rate to VT100. I'm going to type access. I'm in level 1. I need to go to access level 2. And for level 2, type your password. Alright. In order to change port F settings, you're going to have to type the command set PF. Make sure you have the spaces there. And here we go. For port F, in order for the B Pro to connect, to work with this type of communication, you're going to have the following settings. These are the settings you need to have for port F. You can always take a screenshot. There's also an application note that shows you the settings that are needed for port F. So let's go ahead and go back to our Hyper Terminal. Communication modem, I'm going to say no. Baud rate 9600. Parity, no. No. Just make sure you have all these settings for port F. I'm just going to go ahead and maintain the settings that I have in here. Just make sure that you have, I want to emphasize this again, you have to, if your settings are different than the ones you see in a screen, you have to match what's in here. I'm going to go ahead and accept this. So I have modified port F settings. Now the next thing we gotta do is modify port 6. And these are the settings that need to be for port 6 or any other port that you choose to use for an ERLPhase relay, such as an L Pro, B Pro, or T Pro, or if you have an F Pro as well. Let's go ahead and modify port 6. The same type of command, set P6, will take you to the settings of port 6. And I'm going to go ahead and accept my changes here. Modem control, choose no. Audio baud rate, you want to choose as no. Communication type, make sure you have ASCII. Port identification string, it's a B Pro. Keep your baud rate to 9600. Data bit and stop bit 8 and 1 respectively. Parity none. Choose your next settings there as you see in this screen. Again, if your screen does not match, if your relay, if your 2032 does not match what you see in your screen, you have to make sure that they match what you see here. I'm going to go ahead and save these settings, and I have modified my port 6 settings. So now we have our SEL 2032 programmed to communicate to the B Pro by using port 6 on the SEL 2032 to port 2 on the B Pro relay. And I'm going to go back to my Hyper Terminal connection. I'm going to type port 6, and I should be able to connect to my bPro by using the 2032. And here we go. Beautiful. Now it's just a matter of what things you want to do with this type of communication. Just make sure that you cannot do you cannot access service. As you see in your screen, this service command is only full access through port 1. However, you can do view, change, maintenance, and update. And this concludes this video tutorial. I hope this was helpful. You can always find more information on our website, www.erlphase.com, or you can contact technical support for more information. Thank you.